Put your hands up. Ladies and put your hands up. Welcome to the put your hands up. Put your hands up. Yeah, I'm a witness for the Lord. I'm gonna sing these crazy praises till I'm gone. I might do a little dancing cause the Bible lets me know that that ain't wrong. I sing my praises to the King because he's worthy and he's seated on the throne. Anytime you wanna talk about his power and his mercy, let me know. Oh, I'ma sing these crazy praises till I'm gone. Oh, I'ma sing these crazy praises all day long. Oh, everywhere I gotta go, I let them know.
What's going on, Alpha Raiders? James Nguyen here with the Alpha Red Comic Channel. It is not Sunday at 8, but we're going to draw anyway. It is Thursday. It is 8:35 is when I set the timer, and my family's probably scratching their heads because they can hear me outside this door, and they're like, "He didn't even say nothing about jumping on," and it's true. I did not, but here I is, and I am glad that anybody pops in at all. So if you're here, I want to thank you for hanging out with me. See if any of my Alpha Raiders popped in. Patrick Daniel in the house. First, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Patrick Daniel, for jumping on an unannounced, on everything. I just got back from my local comic shop, and I was like, you know what? My campaign for the pre-orders of Alpha Red number 8, the regular cover, ends sometime tomorrow, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But there's also the homage cover that I revealed. Let's do this. Let's just show the let's hide this. Let's pick this. Yes. Okay. So this is page 1. Yeah, we just use the mouse here. That's page 1. 2. This is Alpha Red number 9, page 2, page 3, page 4. Starts getting exciting. It starts getting exciting. I'm just saying. This is page 5, and this is a newly page 6. And this over here is the homage cover for issue number 8. When I was running the campaign for Alpha Red number 8, I had not settled on an homage cover, and I knew that I needed to get it to the printer. I knew that I needed to fundraise for it in time for the convention season. So I just had to go ahead and pull the trigger on the campaigns, both on Fund My Comic and on Kickstarter. And so we were left without an homage cover. So once I got the regular covers in, I was able to spend some time working on the homage cover, and this is what is available over on Fund Alpha Red Comic. Just fundalphared.com, and that'll take you to my Fund My Comic, and you can pick up the regular edition, which is only $5 plus shipping, or the homage cover for $10 plus shipping, or you can get them both, $15 plus shipping, $25 gets you these fun things. And I wish I had my keyboard with me, but that is the original cover, the Amazing Spider-Man 328. Have you ever done any George Perez homage covers? So I don't know what I want to do with the homage covers, because I went back to Spider-Man and Todd McFarlane instead of just kind of going everywhere. So the only non-Todd McFarlane Spider-Mans that I have are issue number 5, I think, and that is Amazing Fantasy number 15. Obviously, still in the Spider-Man family. Actually, I think that's number 4. Number 5 is the homage to Amazing Spider-Man number 129. Still Spider-Man, not Todd McFarlane. That's the introduction of the Punisher. And I don't know if you guys have seen the Netflix Punisher thing, but I hear it's good. We'll see. I don't have Netflix, but my brother has Netflix. And if it's good, I'll ask him for his sign in and watch it. But so I went back. So then with number 6, I did Savage Wolverine number 6, which has Spider-Man on the cover. So I'm sticking with the Spider-Man theme. So I don't know if George Perez, Patrick Daniel, if George Perez did any Spider-Man covers that were famous. So I'm sticking with my man Todd McFarlane and the Spider-Man. So you can pick up the whole series if you're not caught up, and you can also pick up all of the homage covers. I should have just pulled up all the homage covers. So this is issue number 4 is Amazing Fantasy 15, 129 Savage. And so I came back to Todd McFarlane and Spider-Man, and I think that's what I want to do. So, but yeah. Anywho, I'm not gonna spend too much time drawing. I am gonna try to draw as fast as I can for about a half an hour. But just wanted to say that Alpha Red number 8, the variant sketch cover, there's only 5 printed. I only printed 5 of them. 2 of them now are spoken for, and this is one of them that was just recently pledged for from this current campaign. So there's only 3 more covers. So if you're interested in getting a sketch cover, this is the quality that you would get. I'm going to speed through today's sketch cover. I just came back from my local comic shop. So this is what I picked up. Picked up Transformers 32. Picked up Masters of the Universe number 5 because my buddy Riley Brown drew it, and he loves Masters of the Universe. He did some of their mini comics that they put in the new toys. So he's super into He-Man, and he does a great He-Man. So I picked it up to support him. But we are French. We are going to do Barbara Gordon, the Barbara Gordon Batgirl, because this just came out today, and my local comic shop talked me into it. They said it's doing really well. It's a good story. It looks well drawn. I can flip through it if you want. Looks like Barbara Gordon is behind bars. I don't know why she is not in a wheelchair anymore. I don't know when that happened. The other Batgirl is around. There's two Batgirls. There's too many Batgirls running around. So they need to stop doing all that. But we're going to go ahead and do the the Barbara Gordon Batgirl. If I can think. I cannot think and do something at the same time and talk at the same time. It is much more challenging than one might think, especially when you turn on the camera and you go live. But that's where I'm at. Got my handy dandy pencil, mechanical pencil, handy dandy cheat sheet. I'm gonna use some J. Scott Campbell women poses. Got a lot of Danger Girl poses, and this is like his thumbnails for the Magic cover that he did for the Magic X-Men, whatever. I was looking through and I said, which one did I want? I originally picked out this one as the cover, but I actually think I like this one down here. Dean says, fire. I hope you were talking about the Alpha Red sketch cover, because that did turn out kind of fire. I don't know if Ernest is popping in, but this belongs to our buddy, the Alpha Raider, known as Ernest Inman. So hopefully Dean was talking about that sketch cover. Patrick Daniel says, I saw his post on Facebook showing a sketch, pencils, inks, colors, the 2-page spread in that issue you just showed of the Masters of the Universe. I don't know if you're friends with Riley Brown, but I interviewed him I want to say about a year ago when he was crowdfunding. So you can scroll back and you will find Mr. Riley Brown, and we do talk about He-Man and his love for He-Man on that interview. Brother Benny in the house. Happy Thursday. Good to see you, James. Thank you. Great to see you, Brother Benny. Brother Benny in the house. All right. we are not going to have very much time. I just wanted to let everyone know that if you go to Fund Alpha Red tonight, it is the last night for the regular edition pre-order of Alpha Red number 8. And I am it was just a way to really announce that Alpha Red number 8 is available now that you guys all got your copies of issue number 8. I can share it with the people who did not want to participate or missed the original campaigns with all the exclusive stuff. So the only exclusive left is the sketch cover. So I don't know if anybody is looking for that sketch cover. You can go over to fundalphared.com and you will be able to find that 3 sketch covers are still available for your pledging. So, did you guys head out to the comic shop this week? I was just there, and it's the first time that I had seen the owners of the local comic shop since Free Comic Book Day, and they said that they had gotten a lot of great feedback from they were super successful that day, period. And then they were very kind about the praise that they had. People were talking to me, and they were letting them know that that they appreciated connecting with me on Free Comic Book Day. So I am grateful to them for. Oh boy, where's my phone? Got to turn that off. All right. Gotta just super grateful that I have a great local comic shop that supports independent creators and gives us some opportunity to share our artwork with their fans, their customers. You know, $1 that they spend on me is $1 less, possibly, that they spend with the comic shop. So it is not lost on me that they are sharing their customer base with me. So very grateful. Very, very, very grateful. Patrick Daniel says, not friends, but I love He-Man. I still have about a dozen of the old action figures and comics. Nice. Did I have any? I was more of a G.I. Joe guy. G.I. Joe and Transformers. I was more into the G.I. Joe toys than the Transformer toys, but I was more into the Transformer comics cartoon, than I was the G.I. Joe cartoon. Love them both, but if I had to choose, I would say Transformers over G.I. Joe, cartoon-wise. And then He-Man and Voltron and Thundercats were like a very close third. Like, I think they would all be tie if you were to ask me. So this one isn't going to be a very long stream. And when I get to about 9:15, I'm just going to have to call it. Just because I didn't want to miss you guys this week with no goodness, I forget what she looks like. Should have. It's not in here. Her old costume is not in here. I did not want you guys to miss out on a draw stream. And let's talk about whether or not I was successful down in Pigeon Forge. Do they have her old costume? I forget what her eyes. Goodness, I forget what her mask looks like. That's not good. Forgetting what Barbara Gordon's mask looks like. We'll just have to we'll have to not draw it until we get the rest of her costume ready to ink. And then we'll pop up and we will look for the reference, the much needed reference. Dean says, I met Todd McFarlane and it was awesome. It was an awesome experience, but it was mad expensive to go to San Diego Comic-Con, though, and it made me broke last year. Worth it, though. I got a sketch from him. Wow. Dare I ask, how much a sketch from Mr. Todd McFarlane costs? Did he post it? Did he post the cost like some of the artists do? And it's like crazy expensive. Did he charge for a signature, Dean? I wonder. I don't know if you would be willing to share that, because we're listening to Rob Liefeld on his observations. He says that, people are starting to charge for their signature because their signature, a signed book, fetches so much on the aftermarket, depending on who you are, depending on the book. So he feels that it is the creator's right to kind of get in on some of that coin. If the customer is just going to flip it, then he feels like they have a right to cash in a little bit. So I don't charge for my signature at conventions, but I have not created a comic book that is memorable in ways that they have. So let me. I'm gonna grab my kneaded eraser, because if I don't use the kneaded eraser, this eraser creates a lot of these little flecks, and I'm pushing them away and fighting through it, and that irritates me. It's all about you, James. It's all about you. I'm sure that it's in my bag of tricks here. I hope. No, I must suffer. I guess not, guys. I guess we're just gonna have to sweep it away with my hand. My hand shall be my sweeper. Where it is. Found it. I was reaching for a different eraser, just bigger than my little guy that on the end of the pencil, and then I found my kneaded eraser. You never know. So I just noticed. So as I'm using this, his thumbnail, I just use it for the gesture. Like, there's so much to learn from a guy like J. Scott Campbell when it comes to the female form. And I'm sure he studied a lot of naughty pictures to get to the perfection of the female form. as he does. But it saves me from having to sin with my eyes by looking at all the nudies when I can look at drawn, almost nudies. But there's the gesture of her body was just not quite as feminine as in my drawing as Mr. Campbell portrays it. And we gotta stick with the masters of the craft to capture some of the essence of why their drawings fetch so much more money or get so much more eyeballs and attention. So, all right. It's a little bit more hippie sway-y than before. M. Cole U4C says, you are a good person and a good drawer to penguin blue waving tear. I assume that the penguin blue waving tear is an emoji that we can't see on here, but I thank you, M. Cole. Dean says $100 for mine. Yes. Was that like a, I don't imagine that was a full body. Was it just a bust, a head, a side head sketch thing? I wonder. Yeah, I'm still on the cheap side of things, so get me while you can, guys. Get me while you can. So if you go to fundalphared.com, I'm doing sketches like this. I think I'm charging $55 on there, and only because that's more of a rare. It's going to be rare that it is on that cover, because Alpha Red number 8 will only ever have 5 sketch covers. So you can have one of the 5 sketch covers. There are only 3 left. And we do have to look up what Miss Barbara Gordon's mask looks like, or else I'm gonna mess it up, and I'm gonna be mad. All right, let's look it up. Look it up with me here. I did have it open. Barbara Gordon. And was it this? No, that was not that. It was, I really like this this design, but is that Barbara Gordon? I didn't think. Earth Prime. We'll go with this. What do you guys think? I do happen to like this one a lot. And I never picked up any comics with it in it, but I thought it was very a good modern take on it. Here's a bunch of them. Which one? I was kind of thinking this, but like the mask was just, yeah, this was the mask, but it's still the same mask. What am I thinking? We're just going to do that. All right, guys. We got 15 minutes. Let's make it count. Let's make it count. So it looks like she has a little bit of little batness down there. Let's see. All right. So you do see her nose. Just a little button nose up there. And you gotta get the eyes right. And I hate when I don't get the eyes right, because you guys know that you got to get the eyes right. And then I get the eyes wrong. And then I don't talk about it because nobody wants to talk about their mistakes. Right? All right. Let's see. See, yep, her ears are showing. Okay. So she has the cape goes over her shoulders like so. Little Earth Prime version here. It's got some collar action. Holla. Let's see. Dean says, and no, he didn't charge more for charge for signatures. Nice. King Lollipop, the Don Timerian. I own every competent that's stealing my business plan. Okay. All right. There he is. I still have the first edition of Killing Joke. Very cool. Great story. I actually have a sketch cover for that facsimile down here. And I started it and I didn't like how it was going, so I stopped. So, hello from Brazil. Hello. I assume it says hello from Brazil. So thank you for watching from Brazil. My son is going to Brazil next year as part of a mission trip that we're planning, that we are requiring that he goes on. So he turns 18. Well, he turned 18 this year, so he graduates. And so before he gets started on life, we wanted to make sure that he has his priorities right. So we're sending him on a mission trip. Let's see. I know you're just looking at that picture, but I'm getting some of the details as I have you look at that. I am taking in some of the details of like her suit. So she doesn't have that really big belt, and I'm looking at mainly this picture over here. So I want to give her a slightly bigger head than I have, because the way I have it looks kind of. I do like the smaller heads for my masculine folks. Let me continue with the details so that I don't have to jump back here and mess everything up here. And then she has the stripes down the legs, and she has big old pouches here, and hopefully she has small pouches over here, and hopefully I don't have to jump back. Hopefully I don't have to. Ooh. There we go. So I've erased her face so that I can make her head just a little bit bigger. And this is one of the things that the guys who do digital stuff, this is what they love about the digital, that they don't have to redraw it. They can just scale it up. And that does make me jealous, for sure. So give her a little button nose there, because that's how you do pretty girls in drawings. A little button nose. Let me see if I missed anything. All right. So guys, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please consider hitting that like button. And that makes it, does all kinds of things to the algorithm, they tell me. Does all kinds of things to the algorithm. ears back here. All right. So we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Let's see what gloves. Gloves, okay. She has really short little gloves. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see how far we can get with the inks. Hopefully I didn't waste $5 if I mess this up. Because I'm trying to rush it. So I don't want to. I didn't tell my family that I was going to do a draw stream. So not that they're expecting me. We all kind of, after dinner, we clean up the house a little bit, and then we kind of all do our own thing. Sometimes it overlaps. But they typically leave me alone to do my comic Alpha Red. If you're not familiar with why the channel is called Alpha Red Comic, it's actually because I draw a comic called Alpha Red. And if you wanted to give it a try, there's no time like the present time. You can go to fundalphared.com, and that will take you to my Fund My Comic campaign for the pre-order of issue number 8, but you can pick up the whole set there. You pick 1 through 8. Pick up all 8 in regular edition, or you can pick it up in homage covers. So it's the first chance that anybody's getting to pick up the homage. I did get an email from the printer, and he said after 10:30 tomorrow, my order will be ready. So very cool. They are very, very good. I love it. I love the quality that Print Universe has. I wish it was affordable for me to do like large runs of it, but from now on with Alpha Red, the regular editions will be done like at a larger scale, so that they can be done cheaper. Like to get it from Print Universe, that's my on-demand printer. They're out of Rochester, New York, and I'm from Central New York, so it's about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes from where I live. So I'm able to save on shipping because I will go into my sales territory tomorrow and do some work. And while I'm in one of my many sales areas, I can stop by and pick up my comic books. So it's about $3 per comic. So I sell my comics for $5 for the regular edition and $10 for the homage covers. And that's just really to limit the homage covers so that the homage covers don't become more popular than the regular covers. Only reason. Because they do cost the same to print. But with the regular editions, I print it from I print at a larger count. Like I'm ordering 20 issues of Alpha Red number 8 homage cover, and I'll keep them on hand, and when I get low I will email him and he will print it out in probably 3 or 4 days. Then I go out to pick them up, and but with the larger print run of the regular editions, I'm paying around $1,900, so $1,900, but I get 1,000 comics, and that is where the crowdfunding comes in. I would not be able to do it on my own. I mean, I could, but I would have to be borrowing from my own money to do it. But I ask you guys to participate, to go in with me and invest in the larger print run so that it can be brought down to about $1.89, $1.87 or something like that per comic. So we're getting to the end here, boys and girls. Boys and girls. Let's see, did I miss any? Nope. But I am so with the homage covers, because they are not as popular, in part because I charge a little bit more, and it's all intentional, it's all a business thing, so that people want to get the regular edition, and so I would make a little bit more money on the regular edition so that I don't have to ask for as much money the next time. And so far so good. It is starting to really work. Oh, let's talk about, in the next 2 minutes here that I have, let's talk about Pigeon Forge. I took Alpha Red down to a homeschool convention because it is a family-friendly, faith-based superhero comic. And 2 years ago, I took it down to the same convention as a trial to see if homeschool families were interested in a family-friendly, faith-based comic. And they were. And I sold like gangbusters. And so I did not go to this convention last year because I only had one extra book, one new book. And so this year I have 2 new books. Well, three new books. So in that year, in that extra year, I was able to do 2 new books. So it did very well. I did very well. So it cost $175 to rent the table. And so if you subtract that, I don't know how to count like the books, because I do have to buy more books. And so if I don't subtract it out of there. So long story short, I came home with $1,300 if you if you count the taking out the table and a couple of the books that I have to reorder to restock for the next convention. But I did talk to my local comic shop, and they have agreed to host me to launch Alpha Red number 8 here locally. So that's good news. That's good news. But guys, I think I'm just gonna finish up like the light drawing of her here. And that way we have a nice place to start, maybe on Sunday. If I come back to her on Sunday, if I haven't noodled around with this before then and finished it up, I would pick it up on Sunday. My normal time is 8 p.m. on a Sunday evening, so this is unusual. I was actually on the road. I was on my way home from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, this past Sunday, so I could not be online doing my typical Sunday evening draw stream. But guys, I really, really appreciate all of you popping in here. If you haven't already hit that like button, if you haven't checked out fundalpharedcomic.com yet, that's a way to get caught up on all things Alpha Red. He's the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. I forget what the next line is. It's my own song and I forget. Anyway. Guys and girls, thank you so much for hanging out with me on a random Thursday draw stream. Hopefully I'll see you on Sunday. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, hit the subscribe button and come check me out on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we might finish up this one, or we might pick up another one. Maybe The Killing Joke, maybe the cover to The Killing Joke. But you gotta tune in to find out. So until then, guys and girls, grace and peace. We are out.
From the shadows he rises with courage in his heart, a beacon of hope. He's ready to start with faith as his armor and a fire in his soul. Alpha Red stands tall, fulfilling his role. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. Red. In a world full of chaos, where evil may lurk, he fights for the righteous, his mission and work. Guided by God, with strength from above, he battles the darkness with unyielding love. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. Alpha Red. When the night seems too long and hope seems so far, look to the skies, you'll see his bright star. With a prayer and a promise, he faces the fight. Alpha Red shines through, the beacon of light. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting dark let your faith lead the way. With Alpha Red beside us, we'll see a brighter day. For evil may tremble, but never forget, the world is protected by our hero, Alpha Red. Alpha Red. Alpha Red.